Hey, what's up, good people? I'm QC. Welcome to this Talking and Grubbin live stream. I'm sorry for starting a little bit late, but had some technical issues, but that's fixed now. Before I start, definitely gotta give some, special shout outs. First of all, RIP to John Singleton, who just passed away a couple of days ago. That was one of my favorite directors. He directed some of my favorite movies like Boys in the Hood, Too Fast, Too Furious, Shaft, Rosewood, Baby Boy. He was an underrated filmmaker, and he would definitely also, I know it's a little bit late, but also got to give a shout out, RIP to another LA icon, Nipsey Hussle. Now, I'm about to grub on these jalapeno ranch ruffles. They're spicy, but good. And as I said, once again, I sincerely apologize for starting off like doggone technical issues. But it will not get me down. No. And if you come into the chat, like the video. Also, definitely want to hear your thoughts on what I'm about to talk about here tonight. Now, this is a video that I have been wanting to do for a long time, but I got too busy to do it. So I thought this would be a better live stream. And now, everybody on social media always talk about fanboys. Me, I can't stand fanboys, period. I hate fanboys. And fanboys can be, somebody who constantly jocks. Yes, I know I'm showing my age. A lot of people don't say jock these days, but hey, I'm 36, so for any young people watching this, bear with me, okay? I'm showing my age. But anyways, fanboys are people who jock certain players, or even certain teams. Fanboys are those people who feel that player X can't do no wrong, but player Y does everything wrong. Or they trash player Y to praise player X. And it's across the board, especially in the NBA. You have a lot of Jordan fans, fanboys, LeBron fanboys, Kobe fanboys, KD fanboys, Russell Westbrook fanboys, Steph Curry fanboys. List just goes on and on and on and on. Let me put these chips down for a second. And also, now cable TV is so oversaturated with sports talk shows like Undisputed with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, First Take, Get Up with Jalen Rose and Mike Greenberg, Speak for Yourself with that hating ass Jason Woodlock and Marcellus Wiley. Colin Cowherd, can't stand him either. I don't know why he still has a show on TV. But, also, you got a lot of them that are fanboys of certain players. I mean, no matter what that player does wrong, they will never call them out on it. Like you got your LeBron fanboys on TV like Shannon Sharp, Colin Cowherd, Nick Wright, First Things First, which he co-hosts with Chris Carter. Then you got your Michael Jordan fanboys like Skip Bayless, who only wants to talk about how perfect he was in the finals. How he always hit the clutch shots, but he never talks about the stuff that Jordan did wrong while he was playing, like punching Steve Kerr in the face one day. And Jordan only did that because he knew he could get that off on somebody like Kerr. He knew he couldn't get that off on Dennis Rodman, Horace Grant, Ron Harper, or even Scottie Pippen. Because if he would have tried that with one of them, they would have kicked Jordan's ass. Matter of fact, Bill Cartwright wanted to fight Jordan because Jordan was trying to, be selfish with him and not give him the ball when he was open. So Bill Cartwright had a long conversation with Jordan, basically saying, hey, give me the ball or we fighting. And George straightened up and flew right ever since. And that's how they started that first three-peat. You know what? Just made me a little thirsty. Let me wash down with this sun-kissed strawberry lemonade. And it's not just Jordan. There are a lot of Kobe fanboys who think that Kobe never did any wrong as a player. That, oh, well, Kobe was the man, he should have gotten more shine than Shaq. Everybody knows that the first three championships that he won with Shaq, those were Shaq's teams, because Shaq was already the vet. My brother TC, what's up? I know a lot of fanboys. Yeah, so do I. But for those first three teams, for the teams that he won the 3 championships with Shaq, those were Shaq's teams. Everybody knew that. Kobe was young. Matter of fact, when they won their first championship together in 2000, Kobe was barely about a good 4 years out of high school. So yeah, those were Shaq's teams. He was the vet. He was the all-star. He was the superstar. He was the man coming into LA. And Kobe's ego didn't want to, want to accept that. I mean, yeah, Kobe definitely had some great moments in the playoffs with Shaq, but he didn't want to accept the fact that, that you got to crawl before you walk. You can't walk, then crawl. Get some more of this pop. And also, what I definitely didn't like what Kobe did when he had his, situation in Colorado, he sat up and threw Shaq under the bus by saying, oh, well, I should just paid him off like Shaq. What kind of move is that? Dude, you got your own drama and you want to throw another man under the bus? Come on, man. No, that's not cool. That's against God code. You never, ever throw another man under the bus like that. Especially, no matter how messed up your situation may be, you never do that. You never bring another man into your mix. So, a lot of Kobe fanboys never want to talk about that. Yeah, he was a remarkable player. I mean, 5-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, won an MVP. I'm not taking that away from him, but I'm just saying when it comes to Kobe, let's give it balance. Let's talk about the good and the bad. And I think a lot of fanboys don't want to do that because they feel like, well, if you mention the negative and all their flaws, that takes away, from their greatness. No, it doesn't. It's just saying what they do well and what they need to work on. LeBron fanboys, a lot of them are nerve-wracking. Look at Shannon Sharp. Everything LeBron. Shannon Sharp just jocks LeBron like he could walk on water and turn water into wine. I know I'm being facetious here, so my Christian folks, don't get offended by that comment. I'm just using that for purpose of conversation. But yeah, people want to make, some people want to make LeBron like he never does anything wrong. And also, some people do trash other great players just to elevate LeBron. And you shouldn't do that. That's not fair. That's not fair. Give all the greats their due. With this whole situation with the Lakers. Look all the things he did with them during the season. Stepping, being away from teammates in the huddles. Excuse me, barely talking with teammates. That turned off a lot of his, teammates on the Lakers. And he didn't only do that with them. He also did it when he played for the Cavs. Twice, excuse me. He also did it when he played with the Heat by bumping, into Eric Spoelstra, his first year down in Miami. Let me get some more of these chips. And also, when he left Cleveland the first time to go out to Miami, a lot of LeBron fanboys was like, they did, money did go to charity from the decision special that aired on ESPN. He did it for the kids. I mean, yeah, that was a nice gesture to donate all that money to the Boys and Girls Club, but come on. LeBron could drop that money any given time, okay? With the money he's got, he could have gave that money to the Boys and Girls Club long before he went to Miami. But he did that, in my opinion, that was a save by behind move. He thought if he just gave that to charity, then a lot of people wouldn't treat him as bad. He wouldn't receive as much backlash as he did. But it still didn't work because he still received the backlash. And no, not just from Cleveland, but also all over the country, because a lot of people did not like how he handled it. A lot of people felt that all he had to do was just be upfront with Dan Gilbert and just tell him that he was leaving, and that would have been it. A lot of people feel if he would have done that, then you wouldn't have seen, some Cleveland fans burning his jersey. And in my opinion, Dan Gilbert's letter never sees the light of day. Get some more of this file. And yeah, I give it to LeBron. LeBron has been a model citizen ever since he's been in the NBA. He's never been in trouble. He's never been in no major scandal. He married his high school sweetheart. He's taking care of his family. He's being a father to his kids. He's a hell of a philanthropist, and he speaks out a lot of social issues. But as a player, some of his flaws holds him back from reaching his full potential. You know what I'm saying? Like the passive aggressiveness, the cryptic tweets, especially when he was the Cavs, the year they won the championship, he was constantly leaving cryptic tweets to Kevin Love, he called himself trolling the Cavs by going down to Miami to work out. All that, man. That's a big turnoff for any player or any teammate or coach of LeBron James. Because it's like, it looks like you not all in with the team. You say you all in 110%, but you act like you not all in because instead of trying to galvanize the team, you distancing yourself from the team. Okay, TC says, I know a lot of people are GS fanboys in the past few years. I don't call them fanboys. Those are bandwagon jumpers. They only jumped on the bandwagon when the Warriors started winning, or they jumped on the bandwagon because of Steph Curry. Excuse me. A lot of people just love Steph Curry, especially a lot of kids love Steph Curry because they feel, well, if I'm undersized, maybe I could be an NBA player like Steph Curry. Those odds of that happening is 1 in a million. Yeah, so that's a lot of Golden State bandwagon jumpers. But I want to go back to a previous point I had. I said that a lot of LeBron fanboys diminished all other great players to, uplift LeBron. But I also noticed that a lot of Michael Jordan and Kobe fanboys always want to diminish LeBron's accomplishments to hype up Jordan and Kobe's accomplishments, like the 2016 title that he won with the Cavs. A lot of people say, oh well, he didn't win with respect. Jordan, Kobe won their titles with respect. You know, oh, they wanted it because Draymond Green got suspended, Steph was injured. Let me tell you something. Nobody ever says anything about the Warriors, you know, being an injured Cavs team in 2015 when Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt. You know, if you're gonna yell that, oh well, great players win their titles with respect, that's BS. Like the Lakers in '88. You telling me that they didn't beat Detroit Pistons with a hobble Isaiah Thomas, who messed up his ankle in game 6 and still scored 20 straight points on that bad ankle? You know? Or when the Pistons swept the Lakers the next year in '89 in the NBA Finals. Magic Johnson got hurt, after game 2? So if you're going to make those arguments, you might as well say that the bad boy Pistons didn't win their title with respect to '89 because Magic Johnson got hurt. You know, all I'm saying is, hey, if these players won their rings, they won them. No matter what was the circumstances. I mean, people don't realize that winning a championship is not just about talent. It's also, you got to have a little bit of luck to go your way. Matter of fact, I watched the Spurs championship DVD from 2003, and David Robinson said, when you have a few bounces go your way, you know it's your time to win, your year to win the championship. And that's true. Some bounces definitely have to go your way, no matter what sport you play. To win a championship, you got to have some breaks go your way. It doesn't matter if it's the NFL, NBA, MLB, even the NHL. You know, a lot of people fail to realize you're a few bounces away from losing in the playoffs. You know? And another thing about fanboys is that they want to make their players like, it's just so, like their favorite player is just so perfect that, oh, they don't have any flaws. Like with Steph Curry, there's a lot of Steph fanboys. A lot of people paint Steph Curry as like, oh, he's so humble, you know, excuse me, that he's just quiet, he's never cocky, he's arrogant. Let me tell you something. Steph is one of the most damn arrogant players in the NBA, okay? Man, please, why, man, that whole 2016 season, Steph was arrogant as I don't know what. That boy is not as humble as y'all think he is. He is straight up arrogant. He sits up and dances, dance in people's faces, sits up, talks trash to players on the bench. You know, so don't let the smooth taste fool you. Think Steph is just so good and humble. You know, he's not. He got his flaws too now. Now, yeah, I'll admit he's a family man. You know, he got his beautiful wife Aisha. You know, they got their 3 kids. I give him props for that, taking care of them and his philanthropy. You know, but come on, let's stop acting like Steph ain't got no flaws now. Come on. if I ever meet any professional player that ain't got no flaws or that's not a little bit cocky or arrogant, I got a bridge and a few empty houses to sell you. Matter of fact, I'll throw you in some abandoned houses to sweeten the deal. You know? Also, you got a lot of KD fanboys. Not, bad enough that they were already fanboys when he was in OKC, but they've gotten hella worse ever since he's been to Golden State. Get a little more pop here. They've been hella worse ever since he joined the Warriors. You know, oh well, look, he hit those 3-pointers in LeBron's face. They facing the finals, and I give him his credit, he did, but I mean, come on. Dude joined a 73-win team after he couldn't beat them with a 3-1 lead. So they were a match made in heaven at that time. He blew a 3-1 lead to them. Warriors blew a 3-1 lead to the Cavs in the NBA Finals. First team ever to do that. Matter of fact, no, they were the first team to come back from a 3-1 deficit and then blow a 3-1 lead in the same NBA playoffs. Okay, I see a few more people coming in the video. Come on, join the chat. Let me hear y'all takes on fanboys. Who do y'all think is the worst fanboys? It could be just a certain player, or you can rank them, or you can just feel a certain team just has a bunch of fanboys. Also, like the video. I'm sweating. Whew. Wrap this towel around my face. Matter of fact, I'm feeling the mood for something sweet, so I'm about to grub on a few of these M&M's eggs. Y'all know y'all be getting the Easter candy, when it's on sale the day after Easter. I'm not the only one, but actually I got this from a friend. But fanboys ain't just in the NBA. You also got a lot of NFL fanboys. Prime example, Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is a big Tom Brady fanboy. No matter what, win or lose. If Tom Brady wins, oh, he's the GOAT. He's so clutch. But when he loses, it's every excuse in the book why Tom Brady loses to a certain team or loses in the playoffs. It was because of this. It was because of that. Oh, well, like when the Eagles beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl season before last. Oh, well, Tom Brady, he still threw for over 500 yards, a Super Bowl record. It didn't mean jack. They lost. He might have broke a Super Bowl record, but what does it mean if his team lost? Now, if they would have won, that's a different story. But say if, I'm just going to use an example, LeBron goes for a triple-double in the NBA Finals and lost, well, they didn't win. So Skip is the ultimate hypocrite. Hell, matter of fact, this Super Bowl, he tried to make the case that Tom Brady should have been Super Bowl MVP, despite the fact Brady was horrible in that Super Bowl. Very horrible. Everybody knows it was Sonny Mitchell and that Patriots defense that won the Super Bowl for the Patriots, not Tom Brady. Matter of fact, I don't even think Julian Edelman should have got Super Bowl MVP. It should have been one of those players on the defense, like Stephon Gilmore, who came with that key interception in the end zone late in the game. And also, Skip, man, another thing, the Cowboys, no matter what, the Cowboys are going to be great this year. Oh, they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. Oh, they're going to be in the Super Bowl this year. Every year he makes that same prediction about the Cowboys no matter what. And these were years that the Cowboys sucked. He felt that they would be in the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, this was a few years ago when the Super Bowl was being played down in Texas. This is when this is when the Falcons and the Patriots faced off in the Super Bowl. And he was doing Undisputed, along with Shannon live from there. And a lot of Cowboys fans showed up. I don't know why, because their team wasn't playing. And Skip, would say, "Oh well, we should be here in Houston right now playing in the Super Bowl." Look, Skip, that defense, that Dallas defense was crappy that year that they lost to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. It was. They could have stopped Aaron Rodgers for nothing. And Skip represents, a lot of Cowboy fans, especially my cousin down in Memphis. He's a diehard Cowboys fan. A lot of them got that sense of entitlement and keep on thinking that they should be in the Super Bowl every year or they should win the Super Bowl every year because they're the Cowboys, America's team. Yeah, these M&Ms are good. Still sweating. Now, Skip, when Kawhi Leonard was playing for the Spurs, he constantly sang Kawhi Leonard's praises. He said, Kawhi is the best player in the NBA. He's better than LeBron. He's so clutch. Even though the man missed some damn crucial free throws in a closeout game in the NBA Finals, where his team had a chance to close out the Heat and win the championship. And he choked at the free throw line. But Skip swore that Kawhi Leonard was so clutch when he was in San Antonio. But as soon as he got, that he won, rumor came out that he went out in San Antonio. He's soft. He's not tough. Now that he plays on the Raptors, he doesn't even say Kawhi's name anymore. And this was a man who helped bring San Antonio another championship, and he was named Finals MVP. There's a difference between being a fanboy and being a fan. A fan, they can still root for their team or their favorite player, but they can also call out what's wrong with their team or that favorite player. Fanboys have a blind loyalty to that team or that player, and they act as if that there's nothing wrong. They can't do anything wrong. Everything is fine. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna win. They're gonna win their championship. That's a fanboy. And you have to bounce. When it comes to sports, you have to have a balance to it. No matter if it's your favorite, no matter if it's a player or a team. I'm so good, y'all. Y'all gotta excuse me. But yeah, you gotta have a balance between that. It's okay to respect a certain player or a certain team, but you also gotta know when to call out the wrongs and have constructive criticism of that player or that team. When you criticize it doesn't make you less than a fan. It makes you more of a fan. It's just like your family members. You love your family, okay? You gonna praise them when they're doing well, and you definitely gonna call them out when they're messing up. Otherwise, if you didn't call them out when they're messing up, then it would just show that you didn't care about them. You would just let them go out into the world any kind of way. Because this was about a couple months ago. I was on Twitter. This was a LeBron related story about something with the Lakers. And I tweeted and I replied in the tweet saying, well, Now y'all see what we went through in Cleveland on and off for 11 years. And this one LeBron fanboy just came at me. It was like, oh, well, he brought you guys your first ring in 50 years and you don't show me appreciation. I had to tell him, hold on. I said, first of all, I really appreciate LeBron for what he did while he was in Cleveland. I'm definitely grateful for the 2016 championship. But that doesn't mean that I can't call out what he's doing wrong, because I seen this for 11 years. So I definitely have more of the knowledge about LeBron as a fan than you do, being whatever city you in. And I'm going to, get Cleveland here for a second. Cleveland, when it comes to his teams and his players, we look at them like family. Matter of fact, look how Cleveland had embraced Odell Beckham ever since he's been traded here. We started to look at him like family, and he hasn't even played a game yet. But like family, we praise you when you do well. When you mess up, we're gonna let you know when you ain't doing well and what you need to fix. Ooh, I'm sweating. So that's what it is with LeBron. We always praised him when he did well, and we called him out when he wasn't doing well. Now, I don't know how it is in other. I mean, well, hell, what Cleveland does ain't no different in other cities. Shoot. Especially in cities like LA, New York, Boston. Boy, if you lose, man, they'll be all over you. The media, the fans. Shoot, you wouldn't be able to hardly show your face to even go to the grocery store in those cities. So the times that we have been critical of LeBron in Cleveland ain't nothing compared to what he's going through in LA. I was making this joke with some of my relatives. I'm like, LA took LeBron. They ready to give him back to us. They are, man. LA, man, a lot of LA fans and even sports media in LA are wishing that LeBron would come back to Cleveland. But the fanboy phenomenon has been, it's always been around. Just go to any barbershop across America and have a conversation with somebody about sports. You gonna get a lot of fanboys. Matter of fact, that was the hub of the fanboys. But the fanboy phenomenon has been enhanced by social media, cable TV, sports talk shows, as well as national radio talk shows. So now, a lot of these people have a bigger platform to influence a whole lot of other people, not only, across the world. So that's why this fanboy phenomenon is so strong. And I think it wouldn't be such a fanboy phenomenon if more people would just look at sports, no matter if it's a team or a player, with a more balanced view. That's why when I do my channel, I try to do my very best to give a balanced view on a certain player or on a certain team. Matter of fact, when I did my Warriors live stream a few weeks ago, I had to put out the reasons why they may not three-peat. To just give some balance, because a lot of people just like, oh well, the Warriors, they're just going to three-peat. They're just, before the playoffs started, a lot of people thought that Oh, the Warriors are just going to skate on by to another three-peat. They're going to just sweep and dominate everybody once the playoffs come. Look at the Clippers. That wasn't no easy series. The Clippers ended up taking them to 6 games. And a lot of people thought that that was going to be a sweep. Oh, it's going to be 5. But goes to show you, a lot of these players are professionals at the end of the day. So I just try to give back. So I just try to give balance the best way I can every time I do a video, every time I talk about sports. And I mean, I'm not perfect. There was times I was guilty of having some having some fanboyism, especially when LeBron, played with the Cavs the first time. I was LeBron fanboy, but as I gotten older, I realized that I had to look at sports with a more with a more balanced view instead of a one-sided view. Thanks, TC. Well, anyways, I'm about to get off of here, y'all. I got some things to do. Thanks, y'all. Thanks to y'all joining me in this live stream. Y'all can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. I will be back with a live stream sometime soon. So check out one of my social media accounts and be on the lookout for that. Till next time, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to life. QC out.